Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. The tennis clip that was shown on American cable television was not your typical one. It was a pivotal moment for the sport. In professional tennis, there are rewards and successes, but there are also sporadic cultural shifts that change who is watching and why. Music. Over the past 48 hours, Tennis Channel USA statistics have revealed something noteworthy. A sudden spike in viewing and engagement that completely deviates from the typical mid-season broadcast schedule. This network music reaches over 60 million households in the U.S. and has traditionally catered to a loyal, technically proficient tennis fan base. But this week, that well-known ecology was attacked by a viral wave that no one in the network truly expected. The producers were amazed. The analysts were in a hurry. Executives were watching intently. The focus of this online maelstrom was 20-year-old left-handed musician Alexandra Eala from Quezon City, the Philippines. Tennis Channel USA was shocked, according to the headlines. That hardly scratches the surface. Music. They weren't just surprised. They were overwhelmed. What began as a standard story highlighting Eala's rise to the WTA Top 50 quickly turned into a social media controversy. The object was removed from the air. It made it past the broadcast, spread across other channels, and ignited a global conversation. The video, which were enlarged, shared, and reposted at a level the network usually only sees during Grand Slam finals, included the biggest names in the sport. Music. The rates of engagement began to rival those of golf, Suyate, and ALC music vehicles. But this surge was not propelled by any American champion. Alexandra Eala was in control, and the present is important because of music. For decades, tennis has been searching for its next major growth market. China supplied Lina. Naomi Osaka and Kei Nishikori were introduced in Japan. But things with Eala feel very different right now. This isn't phony publicity. This is known as organic momentum. It's loud, intense, and inevitable. When a player who symbolizes a nation longing for a world-class athlete suddenly piques the interest of a household network of 60 million people, the result is inevitable, an increase in popularity that signifies something bigger than a particular game or rating. As a result, we are talking about more than just scores. We are analyzing a phenomenon today. Music. We are tracking her journey from the Manila courts to the global stage, analyzing how the Rafa Nadal Academy shaped her mentality, looking at how her skill has evolved over time, and figuring out why this viral moment could be a danger sign for the future of women's tennis. The United States has officially welcomed Alexandra Eala. There is no longer any doubt about who she is. The real question is how far she can go. Music. When you watch the clips that are currently going viral, you can clearly notice the Rafa Nadal Academy's influence on her game. The strong top spin, the persistent footwork, and the determination to stick with one thing all demonstrate it. Eala recently discussed how, as a teenager, she used to practice with Rafael Nadal. Imagine trading shots on the court with the king of clay. Music. Nadal advised her to stay in the harsh world of professional tennis and with the right people. That kind of thinking could mean the difference between longevity and burnout. Her playing style has evolved as a result of the influence, even though it may sound straightforward or even cliché. There is no disputing the difference between her performance in the 2025 to 2026 season and her 2020 U.S. Open junior run, when she became the first Filipino to win a junior Grand Slam singles title, the junior level on the WTA Tour. Grit and consistency were enough to defeat rivals like Jessica Pagula or Aryna Sabalenka. It takes more than grit to win games. The popular videos on the Tennis Channel demonstrate the necessity of weapons. Her new music tool set, especially women's tennis and her forehand to the left. Being a lefty creates angles that are challenging for right-handers to defend, which already causes tactical chaos. But Eala has gone beyond. By taking the ball earlier and flattening the shot, she is turning defense into offensive. That shift was apparent during her historic U.S. Open match against Clara Tolson. She became well known in the U.S. as a result of the match. In the crucial set, she refused to back down. She moved forward one step. That is the perfect example of Nadal's impact. The U.S. Open run itself explains the increased interest of the American viewers. New York has the loudest and most chaotic tennis Grand Slam. If you want to succeed there, you have to put up with the noise. Eala thrived there as well. The Filipino community in New York showed up in large numbers. The outdoor courts were similar to those used for the Davis Cup. The electric mood, with flags flying and cries reverberating, was too much for television cameras to miss. Soon after, broadcasters realized something very important. Eala not only produces outcomes but also provides a crowd. Furthermore, a performer who establishes their own mood is transmitted gold on television. Music. Nevertheless, the results speak louder than the zeal and story. Reaching the WTA Top 50 is one of the most difficult goals in professional tennis. Regular main draw contestants and aspiring qualifiers are separated by the difference between the top 50 and top 100. Crossing that line signified a huge change. Eala's future is no longer bright. She is a real competitor. Music. When she won a gold medal at the Southeast Asian Games in late 2025 without losing a set, her career path took a dramatic reversal. Music. For her fans, that victory was more than just a championship. Pressure, expectation, music, and patriotism were all present. The capacity to withstand such strain is necessary when closing matches at the highest level of the WTA circuit. There is pressure and a new reality associated with this level of exposure. The story concerning Naomi Osaka and Emma Raducanu has already been recounted. Music. The abrupt transformation from media darling to tour destination. Due to the reach of tennis broadcasters, Eala is increasingly appearing in the living rooms of casual American sports enthusiasts. She is now more than just a national hero. She is starting to gain international recognition as a tennis player. That has a significant impact. Your rivals do more study on you. Your habits are examined by coaches. Furthermore, if we're being really honest, the second serve still has the most opportunity for growth in her game. Her kick serve works well on clay, but on the fast, hard U.S. courts, it might sit up if the placement isn't perfect. Viral interest is followed by microscopic examination. Every defect is scrutinized in slow motion. Despite this, the tennis community is optimistic due to her adaptability. At the tender age of 20, I have already shown that I have a special ability to alter her game against elite competition. Check out her matchup with Jessica Pegula in Miami. Pegula plays an oppressive, dull, and relentless game. Eala, on the other hand, continued to battle point for point. The court did not dismiss her. Even in defeat, that performance proved she belongs at WTA 10,000 level events. Music. Tennis Channel analysts can see this trajectory. If she has a strong run at Indian Wells or the US Open, that massive 60 million household reach suddenly turns into ratings gold, so they are investing in her rise rather than just reporting on it. Furthermore, a more profound global shift is occurring. The Asian swing at the end of the season has often been overlooked by Western media, but Eala is changing that dynamic. She currently acts as one of the best intermediaries between American fans and competitions in Tokyo, Beijing, and Hong Kong. Music. This viral phenomenon suggests something deeper. Broadcasters are rapidly adapting to keep up with the expanding worldwide reach of tennis. Tennis Channel was particularly taken aback by the magnitude of the diaspora effect. This is often underestimated by traditional analytics. Music. When Eala's segment aired, the increase in involvement most likely appeared almost incredible. But it wasn't bots. Music. They had finally witnessed someone who looked like them being praised as a star on a big sports network, so it was genuine. Music. People were watching simultaneously from all throughout the United States. That is the capacity of representation to convert music into numerical values. Opportunity also accompanies popularity, endorsements, sponsorships, visibility, and music crossover. Her level of American popularity offers the possibility of mainstream partnerships and cultural significance outside of the tennis world, even if she is currently a Nike athlete.